keep going if I can.
Experiences, but we're not there yet. Enter Zoran Mamdani, next mayor of New York City, barring anything crazy. He wants to make buses fast and free in the city. Now, the fast part makes sense. Who doesn't want fast transportation? But the free part? What, like libraries, roads, and the fire department? That'll never work. How are you going to pay for it?
See, he then immediately goes, like libraries and the fire department, all that kind of stuff. That'll never work. Now, because again, he's showing, see, this, it works every single time. Well, first off, there's a whole lot of private fire departments all over, and many of them also volunteer. Also that too. Not just that. Not just that. You add on top of it just the libraries. Have you seen the New York City library system? Every other day it's closed. I'm not joking. It's like it's being closed. It's being shut down. The system isn't working well. Yeah. So things he's saying, he's proving himself wrong, but that's how it works.
It's just going to fail, like free buses in Kansas City just failed, where after years of being free, they're reinstating fares. Because, you know, socialism just always fails.
Yes, but the problem is he's joking. He says, see, it fails, and I'm going to show you how it doesn't fail. But he's not. What he's going to do is what most people who think socialism works is he's going to lie, misdirect, make shit up. That's what he's going to do. All the time, that's true. All the time. And here's the problem. And if you are a socialist watching, you may get upset and go, that's not socialism. What socialism is blah, 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 blah. And to be fair, you're right. The modern day socialist is actually not about centralized control. Now, some of you old schoolers are like, no, it's Stalin and blah, blah, blah. That's the modern day American socialist is not, I'm saying again, about centralized control. The modern day American socialist, meaning the foot soldier who wants socialism, actually is talking about things like worker co-ops, things like billionaires not being billionaires, people being able to have more control over their wealth, things like that. They're not talking about centralized control. Usually that's what the modern day socialist is about. This guy, centralized control, he's old school socialist. He's talking about, yeah, and we'll just have the government take over because that'll work. He honestly believes that. And he's looking at you like you're stupid. His smugness is the best part about it. He's like, yeah, we'll just, and why did Crystal and friends have this guy on not once, but twice with this garbage? But you'll see, of course, you will see.
Or maybe it's other actual reasons, I don't know. Also, people don't even care if the buses are free. There was a survey done of New York City bus riders that showed the cost of a ride was 7th on people's priorities for the bus, right above.
Yeah. So he now to be forward, now he literally says, how does it matter? People don't even care. So why do you care? If no one cares, why would you touch that? He literally breaks his own argument. He does it smugly by showing data. People don't care how much the bus costs. He had 2 reasons why. They don't pay. We have massive people not paying because they decided, this is the brilliance of New York State, of New York City. Well, paying takes time. I'm not joking. So if we don't pay there, the buses will be faster. Okay, that actually makes at least logical sense, right? I get the logical sense. I do. I get that piece. Logically, that makes sense. If people aren't paying there, then we get to, go faster. Okay, so they said, let's have them pay at this kiosk thing. So we spent billions of dollars building new kiosks to pay stuff, and then you get on, and it's a trust system now. So you're supposed to pay before you know. So there's no way to take money or pay when you're there. So now what if you do? You have to pay cops to go around and check people's tickets randomly on the bus. I'm not joking. Some of you are like, that's insanely dumb. That's insanely stupid. But that's what we do now in New York. So of course, most people don't pay. Because what's going to happen if some guy catches you? You happen to see a guy, you get off at the next stop when he gets off and pay then so you don't get caught, or you get some kind of ticket which you ignore. That's insanely dumb. So if that's how it should work, do it for the subways too then. Oh, you didn't do it for the subways, did you? You didn't do it for the subways, did you? Because it's dumb. It was a grift, another way of building out more stuff. What we do for a subway? We made easier ways to pay using the Omni card, which was stupid, the Metro card, which was stupid. We found more and more dumb ways because now you know what you can do? Tap your credit card. Done. So why do we put Omni card, which we put in New York City? Why do we put the Metro card? Colossal wastes of time and energy, but the subways still suck and people still die on them, but we worry about grift, grift, grift. It's not underfunded. It is exactly over grifted. That is an accurate thing. Thank you for that, by the way. That's a perfect thing. It's over grifted. People don't care how much it costs. They care wait times, crowding, violence, things like that. They don't care about it. Overcrowding is a problem too. What happens when you have people who you don't like? To the point, and you will literally have, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but it happens all the time. You will literally have smelly people on the bus and you can't do anything about it. If Subway, you walk away. Bus, you can't. And Subways come every 5-10 minutes. Buses, not always. Depends on the bus. So you miss that bus, you screwed. Yes. No one cares about the care. The fare. He says so. No one cares about the fare. So why make it free? He literally wrecks his own argument within the first 2 minutes, and he's all smug. Of course he is. Yes. All right. Going down here. All right. Grab this, and here we go.
Cleanliness. So I want to answer 2 questions. Why would we want to make buses and mass transit in general not just cheap, but free? And even if we think it's a great idea, how do you pay for it? Not just in New York, but anywhere and everywhere.
There we go.
My name is Spencer Snyder, and this is Fast and Free Buses.
There we go. He's going to show you how to do fast and free buses. Yes.
So I've had the wonderful experience many times of waiting for the bus, riding the bus, and then figuring out if it would have just been faster to have walked. Because it turns out the average bus speed in the city is 7.9 miles per hour, which means that if you're running late for something and it's important, you should consider literally running for it instead of taking your chances on the bus. To demonstrate how slow the bus is, Zoran and other
So now he's going to show how bad it is. He's going to show how bad it is.
city leaders raced the 34th Street Crosstown bus and beat the bus by 2 blocks. That particular bus crawls down the street at 5.5 miles an hour. And not to put too fine a point on this, but in July, a man in the UK set the Guinness record for fastest 100-meter crawl. He finished in just under 40 seconds. There's no reason that crawling shouldn't be included in Olympic track and field, because you want to talk about athleticism. This guy crawling at 5.65 miles per hour, he out-crawled a New York City bus. And what happens when the bus is that slow and unreliable is people don't take it. Or you're stuck with it and it's just a really unpleasant feature in your life.
Which is why most people who are wealthy don't take the bus. Yes. So make it free. What? You get that? Make it free. That's his answer. Did anyone say it's too expensive? I didn't hear that. No, not at all.
But you know, I think the bus should be faster than even the most elite crawler.
Of course
and
he should.
Part of making buses faster is things like painting more bus lanes and expanding signal priorities so that the bus's green light is different from everyone else's green light. But look, no one's debating whether the buses should be fast. That's
okay. Everything he just said, New York City has already done and did years ago. It still sucks. So he's like, that's how you do it. We've already done it. The things he's we should just do these things. New York City has already done. That's why he showed pictures of that. That was New York City. Why? We've done it. There are special bus lanes. Already done. We prioritize buses. Already done. We got them tandem buses. That's 2 buses together. Already done. We got the special lights. Already done. Yet that shit he talked about was last year. So we just do all these things. We've done them. And they suck. It didn't change a thing. Nothing.